What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Radiant Thoughts. It's your boy KP, and today we got a very special interview for y'all. We got my boy Javaris Jackson in the building with us. What's going on, baby?
So,
you know, two Bridgeport alumni, tapping in, you know what I'm saying? But man, today we gonna talk about everything, life after high school, college, all that good stuff, business, everything. So first and foremost, how you been, bro? Like, what's going on?
I've been blessed, bro.
Blessed, man. What's new?
Business, just learning more about business. Tapped in on that. Kind of got the football side of stuff down pat. Mm-hmm. Like, I know how to prepare for that.
Right.
And I also know the timeline of how long that can go. So I've been good. I've been blessed, bro. Just trying to put myself in position to make time for my family.
That's for sure. So on the football side of it, because I know we ain't gonna skip past that. You know, you went played, college football, Clarke and Siena, and then over to Australia.
Yeah.
So how was that? First off, how was the college experience for you?
So, I transferred. So going to Siena Heights University, which that was cool, bro. It was cool. I came as a freshman. I was recruited. They was telling me I was gonna play as a freshman, and when I got there, I learned these is good too. It's on top of it being a business and just realizing I got some learning to do, and also just getting used to, next man up. Like I wasn't used to that. Like at Bridgeport, I was the man. So when I got there, I'm like, I gotta get better. And that's college was smooth. Then probably my sophomore year, that's when I learned a little bit more. I still didn't play. I didn't make the travel team.
Okay.
So my junior year, that's when I actually played a little bit. Gotcha. I got hurt at the end of the season, and I made a decision I had 2 more years of eligibility. So I'm gonna just transfer. Ended up going to Clarke. That was my first time starting. And first game, bro, same shoulder got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Then with the grace of God, that following week they canceled the season because of COVID. So I dodged the bullet on that. But it was my first time being hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I had surgery, went through athlete depression, all of that. And so that following year, I came, which I would have still had 2 years of eligibility. But it was just to the point where I'm like, I'm gonna just go bet on myself.
Bet on yourself.
You know what I'm saying? So did that, got invited to a Senior Bowl, did my thing at that, and I had some opportunities in the States, at the bowl game, it was some NFL teams there.
Okay. You mentioned having going with the surgery, going through the athletes, depression and all that. So how did you battle to get out of that?
Honestly, I didn't know how to. I didn't know how to, so I was just channeling it. I was approaching it just kind of mad, just mad, bro. Not even knowing that I'm dealing with athlete depression. You know what I'm saying? But I just learned, damn, I really don't know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Outside of football, you feel me? So that's when I started just taking the time to learn, damn, what do I like?
Facts.
Just taking time for myself, just learning more about myself and how to deal with stuff. Because before I was hurt, if it was a situation or some stress, I'm gonna go lift. I'm gonna go to the field. I'm gonna go to, I'm gonna do something football related to get away from that reality.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I just had to learn more about myself.
I feel like I guess I didn't know that was necessarily a thing like you said, but I know I ain't played collegiate sports, but I played basketball since second grade to 12th grade, and I played all the time in college. And so when it stopped and the ball stopped bouncing, I'm like, what do I really
that schedule, that everything,
I had stuff laid out, all right, I know I got practice this time, I know I got stuff, I ain't never even thought of it being like that. But we ain't gonna glaze over. You said you got the professional stuff going on. So we know you went to Australia, ended up going to Australia and playing. So how was that leaving the States in general, going that far?
So I didn't sign to go to Australia until maybe June. So I just want to. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit.
For sure.
After draft and all the other leagues drafted, I didn't get picked up. So I had already started the water stuff when I was my senior year, and that was a part of me coming out of athlete depression, like just trying to get into something that I can be attached to outside of football. So I was trying to transition. I was trying to transition into just like real world. You know what I'm saying? Like for the past 5 years, I go home for a couple weeks in the summer, and we on campus training for the whole summer up until Christmas. You know, so yeah, that's how that kind of came about. And so when I got the opportunity to go to Australia, my agent had called me. It was like a no-brainer. It was either Australia or Brazil. If I went to Brazil, I was going. It was they speak Portuguese, so it's gonna be a language barrier and stuff. So he had came with the Australia opportunity, and I had took it for sure. And that was one of the moments where it's like, for sure. Because I thought I could only get it from like going to the NFL.
Right. You know was it like a culture shock over there? Like, is it like how you deal with that going?
Bro. So I went not knowing everything that came with it. So first off, like when I left, instead of leaving from Iowa, I came home just so I could be with the fam for about a month. So I ended up, when I left and head to Australia, bro, I didn't read the flight information, bro. So I go to sleep on the flight. I wake up, like, we still on the flight. So I go back and look, bro. I didn't know, like, I'm on a 15-hour flight to New Zealand.
Oh, and then
I went to Australia. Dang. So that was a hard part. Then when I landed, bro, like think it was 12 hours ahead, so a day ahead. So I'm the type of guy, bro. I talk to my mama like probably like 2-3 times a day.
Yeah,
like,
me for sure.
Yeah, bro. I talk to my dudes all day, bro. And her and my grandma. So that was probably the hardest part. And
that's time difference for real. It ain't like it's you here to Cali. You 12 hours ahead, so that's
different, bro. You feel me? And as far as living situation, that was a different type of living on the good side, like crib, pool, all the extra stuff was like it was kind of new to me. But I didn't have a car because they drove on the opposite side. So I'm just in the crib, can't move around, no motion.
I didn't know they did that over there.
So and the club, they offer cars, but I didn't know how to drive with the opposite side. Yeah, so adjusting was kind of cool though, because it was probably hard up in probably the first 3 days I was homesick. Like, man, I ain't trying to do this. Till I actually started being around the team and stuff. They start taking me out and showing me different stuff. So
going over there and stuff, you leave a lot behind over here, friends, family, whatever. And so, like you say, you go over there, you just kind of lonesome. So besides the teammates, like, or if that was the main thing, like how did you kind of deal with that, or how, like, reaching back to your people back over here, how was that like for you? Yeah, bro. So it was tough, but it was cool because I was playing ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was cool because I was playing ball, but it was tough. That's probably the hardest part. But that's when I went over there. That's when I really start like praying more, seeking. Like I started going more into Christ. You know what I'm saying? Learning more about that. That's for sure.
Because it was hard. Like, and then my grandma, like early mentioned and all that. So that was a tough part. You know what I'm saying? Like with fam. But like, far as my friends though, they was cool. They was cool with it. They supported me throughout it. Like just sending me texts and stuff like that. Because camp is hard. You know what I'm saying? Like camp is hard. And also now, like, this is my job. Like, this literally my job.
Like, you got it.
Ain't no, like, grade school. Like, it's football. You know what I'm saying? So, I would say I had some good support, like, to adjust. But,
that's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I want to backtrack a little bit. I know you mentioned the water. I know you got some business ventures. You got the Radiator Eyewear. And you got the on-the-go H2O. And I know you got the real estate stuff going on. So while you were in college, that's where you just started to get that mindset from that, like to start, developing businesses and stuff like that?
So I always looked at it like, if you doing something where people is watching you, you're a brand. Like, no matter what it is, like if you got 10 people watching you, you could turn that 10 to 20. Like, it's your brand. You know what I'm saying? And every brand need a product. So I looked at it like, I play small school ball. The games might not be packed out, but on social media, it's people that watch and engage with what I do. So it's like, I looked at it like, I might as well start building what I'm gonna do after this right now. So by the time if this don't end up going, if I don't go to Australia or if I don't get opportunity, I already have something I'm focused on.
Right.
So that's how I approached it, bro. And like just seeing guys that kind of approached it that way too. Like I don't know if you know, like Rashawn Gary, like when he graduated, he had his own agency. So like he was signed to himself and he was signing other guys outside of, out of college. So I was just in the NFL not for long. I just kind of let all that play in my head, bro. And I understood, like, as an athlete, you're a brand. Like, no matter what level you playing, you know what I'm saying? And I just always was told, like, keep my nose clean. So in high school, like, I may be associated with people, but just not being seen around or just keep my nose clean, not cussing on social media, just all the little stuff, bro, you know what I'm saying? So,
and I think that's one thing I noticed about you, just being around you. You was sophomore when I came in, so I noticed you was always kind of clean cut, no matter who might be around. And I kind of moved that way myself.
I see. So no, for sure. I
seen how you moved, and I seen, like, all right, his head on straight. You always in the gym, like you was lifting. Like when you stopped hooping and we had basketball practice, you still in the weight room.
Still
so like you always had that grind, and so where did that part like come from for you? Like,
bro, I just knew what I wanted. Like. I knew what I wanted, and I knew where I didn't want to stay at. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like I grew up in not the best area. You know what I'm saying? So, like growing up, I was just seeing a lot of what I didn't want to associate myself with. So, I just was taking that, and when I started playing football, just started going to camps and getting camp invites. Going to campuses and just seeing nice stuff, bro. Like just start seeing nice stuff. I'm like, oh no, so you telling me if I do this, I go live like this, you know what I'm saying? So that's what kept me going, bro. And I just always listen to the older cats, bro. Like the some of y'all gonna be here, some of y'all, all the cliche stuff. Now it's starting to show, like it's really true, bro.
I just was talking to somebody about that the other day. I was like, oftentimes we hear that stuff and it just be like, all right, bro, like I hear what you're saying.
For sure.
But then as I got older, I realized I'm like, what they saying is
true, bro.
It's facts.
Super true.
But like I carry myself, or I had that same thought process as far as like when I'm doing certain things or when I'm watching other people, I knew, all right, that's not what I want to do. Like I kind of fed off of what my brother did. He was the problem child out of me and him. I ain't gonna lie. He the one getting suspended, fights all the time and stuff. And so
you just taking notes.
I'm like, all right, he got whooped for this. I ain't gonna do that. And so, and shout out to my brother. Don't know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I applied that to everyday life. So whenever I'm outside and I see, and I think that's why I wouldn't say that why I was good in school, but like behavior wise, I knew like, all right, if I see them over there doing that, and I knew right from wrong. I was kind of raised up good. So like, I just know, all right, I'm not finna
do that.
Get that out of that.
I know what come with that.
Yeah, like, I'm not doing that. And so I think where we from, a lot of times people get caught up in that type of environment. So how did you stray away from that?
Because, bro, like everybody was on some cool, like everybody wanted to be cool, bro. And I really looked at it like the guys who doing the right thing, like them the cool, like the guys who driving how they want to drive the right way. Them the cool ones.
They ain't got to worry about nothing.
You know what I'm saying? I just knew cool wasn't, it ain't go too far. It wasn't gonna go too far. So, and I also knew that, you know what I'm saying, everybody didn't possess those goals, the same goals that I had or wanted what I wanted, bro. So I would say like just knowing what I wanted and wanted to do for, you know what I'm saying, the people that came after me, and also like just for myself. Right. You know, we first generation for a lot of stuff. So the competitive nature in me also wanted to be like, nah, I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Like I'm gonna do it first.
I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go left when y'all go right. Yeah. Type of thing.
Like even minus what like, you know, guys was doing, like even coming from like just simply coming from Bridgeport, like I was like, I got flack going to that school because I was a city kid. So I always had it in the back of my mind, like, I'm gonna be the first person to do this. I'm gonna be better than them at this and that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what kind of kept me away, bro. And then just treating my elders right, bro. So like, well, you probably like Mr. Welch and them, like superintendent. Like I always was like tight with Legalo, like, and they kept me away too. You know what I'm saying? Like just from small compliments. You know what I'm saying? So just support. I would say support also kept me like.
It's important to have that.
Like narrow-headed, like, oh no, they see something in me, like I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, having that support system for sure is a contributing factor. Yeah. So we talked about that on an episode, and just having people, and then they were males too. So like, you know,
real men, like men,
because a lot of people don't have the fathers to look to, or like stuff like that. So when you hear that from like the Coach Marshalls and Legalos and stuff like that, you got people that you can look up to, like, all right, you know, and a lot of people don't have that. So I can see how it's easy to come to that type of, you know, environment and stuff. So dealing with that though, you know, it's a lot of stressors that you deal with here on the daily that you can deal with. So when you went away and say like in Australia and you ain't got to deal with that, how that make you feel though?
Like, bro, I learned that like when I moved to Australia, that's when I learned like when we wake up, like we choose, like we really got the choice, like now I'm gonna have a bad day, like, or I'm gonna have a good day. You know what I'm saying? So when I got there, that's when I learned, like, just because you got something going on don't mean that it got to control your day. So that's kind of how I look at stuff now. Like I just look at stuff by the day. Of course, you got long term goals, and I think you spoke on this in the vid before, like, but it's like it's the small wins, bro. Yeah. So when I got to Australia, like, when I first got there, I'm like, okay, I go back home December 23rd. Like, I just got to get back to the crib. And then it's like, if I could go back home better than when I came, then I could be way more valuable. You know what I'm saying? So,
because if not, it's almost like wasted time.
Exactly.
And the power of choice is a huge thing. A lot of times, you know, we see people that just don't realize that it's all mindset. In my opinion, everything is mindset. Yeah. So
it's whatever you think, that's what it is. Literally.
If I can wake up and choose, all right, today I'm finna be great. Yeah. More often than not, you're gonna have a great day. Yeah. Like it's the half full type of mindset, and it's cliche.
Yeah. The at least mindset.
Yeah.
Like, at least you know.
And it might be cliche, but I realized that it actually worked, and I've been able to kind of change and alter my, you know, particular situation just from that. So I can attest to that for sure.
Yeah, that's dope that you touch on it, but because a lot of guys don't look at it from that aspect, because you got so many distractions, bro. Like, which it go back to cool, bro. Everybody want to be cool, but it don't amount to nothing, bro. Like being you is the coolest thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's the coolest thing in the world, bro.
Might be cool to them, landing them, but it didn't work. And like another, like when you speak on, like I go back to like high school, like I missed out on a lot, bro. Like I didn't party in high school, like. I wasn't with the most girls in high school, like, you know, like, because I was focused on something. And all the guys who was telling me like I was lame or scary for not doing it, those are the ones who trying to, you know, pick themselves up now, or still struggling trying to be cool, You know, like majority of the people that was cool in high school is the ones that's cool at the club them the ones that's chill trying to be cool that go out every weekend because they trying to uphold it, bro. But cool don't pay the bills. It don't develop you as a like then you was cool, right? You know what I'm saying?
Bro was cool back then.
Like that don't go nowhere, bro.
It don't translate to the real world. And I realized, and I kind of was more so like how you was. I was cool, you know, through the school.
You was cool doing you, bro.
Yeah, but I was doing me. And I think that helped me translate to the real world because I wasn't doing stuff for giggles or nothing like that. Like
pats on the back,
so I ain't had to. A lot of people, they like you said, they want to be uphold that for whatever reason.
For whatever reason, it's no like you don't get nothing out of it, bro.
You don't get no out of it. Like you said, you ain't developing from it, but so like basically, you just kind of spoke on like making sacrifices and stuff. So, what was some big things that you noticed you had to sacrifice throughout the entirety of your whole, career so far?
Man, it's time, bro. Like time, which equals to like fun. Like all through high school, bro. Like my summers was training, bro. Like training, camps, time with my mom, family, pops. Like just literally like just time, bro. Like high school, you being kid, you still a kid. Like so, like I would say time, bro. Time. I sacrificed a lot of time. I had to sacrifice a lot of like childhood, like friendships, relationships.
And I think a lot of people don't understand that when you know where you trying to go, some things just can't go with you.
Can't, bro. Some things
you just gotta let go to make it to the next level. And people like to hold on to that. People like to people talk about having like a balance. And I think at our ages, it's kind of hard when you want something like how you wanted to do what you do. So you go like, all right, it's almost impossible to try to have some balance.
It is.
And if I know I'm trying to get to this particular goal, then balance is kind of not on my
you gotta be all
radar right now. I'm all in on this particular thing. So I feel like that having balance right now, and I'm not saying this like a knock to anybody who we speaking for when you want certain things. You gotta do certain things.
And to get new, you gotta do new.
You gotta do new.
You know what I'm saying? And like just the cliche quote of like the pain of sacrifice and the pain of regret is two totally different things. Like pain of regret is forever. You know what I'm saying?
Because
sacrifice, you gonna feel good when you gonna feel good. You know what I'm saying? You gonna feel
relief. Yeah. So it's like, and I think about it a lot when you always hear like people that I grew up around, or like just the older heads, like, man, I wish I would have did this.
or I should have, or I did this back then. Which respect to that,
right? But it's like when I hear that stuff, and I heard that a lot growing up, and I just seen people whenever I'm hooping somewhere, tournaments. Man, I wish I would have just. And so that registered in my head to like
that's advice to me.
And some people take it as like it's just somebody just talking, and I'm hearing it like if he, at the time in high school, I'm 14, 15, 16, so like if they mid-20s, 30s saying like, bro, keep doing this because I wish I would have did this.
I'm taking that in.
Like that should be an indication to you in my opinion. So, but a lot of people don't use it as that, which to each his own.
For sure.
But when you trying to get somewhere you ain't never been, you gotta do something.
You gotta something gotta go, bro. Literally, something gotta go, bro. Like I never forget, like I trained at a SAC.
He was always at the SAC. Boy.
and starting out, that shit costed. You feel me? And like I wasn't like I ain't grow up like struggling and nothing like that, but we weren't rich, you feel me?
Facts.
So it's like just for my dudes to be paying for it, and I'm like, if you paying for 30 days, I'm finna be here 30 days.
I'm finna get to 30
You know what I'm
days
saying?
worth,
So I just looked at it like that, bro. Like the people that you gotta make sure, if people helping you to get somewhere, like you gotta make sure you doing what you need to be doing.
Yeah, that's key.
And aligning yourself up with what you trying to do and the people that's trying to do the same thing. You feel me? For sure.
So where did you get that type of like mindset from? Was that just like growing up you realized that, or is it kind of like when you went off to college and you realized, like, you know?
Bro, I would say my freshman year of high school, I had learned that because Coach Sue, you remember Coach Sue? He had introduced me to Andre Pippen.
Yeah.
And he was at Michigan at the time. And like, I'm a freshman, like he doing what I want to do, you know? And he was just kicking game to me, like, and just telling me, like, you gotta work, you gotta miss out on stuff. And along with the coaches and along with like my family wasn't gonna let me do no BS anyways.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But I had got it just from, like, I had went to one camp, bro, at Eastern and did like bold, bro. Like did bold, and that just flipped my switch, bro. Like, nah, I gotta do this every day until I'm good at it. But the knowledge came from just trial and error too.
Right.
Like, I'd be focused, but I was still with them same guy, with my friends, and like I was still getting. I wasn't caught up in stuff, but I was still around stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it don't mean you can't do both.
You can't do both.
And it wasn't like streets and I wasn't in the streets now, but it's like you can't do both. Like
even just little petty stuff, and like, cause I realized that like once I left high school, and when I would come back home from school, and I'm just like, nah, this kind of ain't even. It's kind of not
crazy.
even it.
That's crazy. Matter of fact, you're right, bro. When I went to school, that's when I really realized it, though. Freshman year, I wanted to come home a lot.
I was home.
Yeah, I was coming home a lot my freshman year, and then as you start, I hate to say it, but you start meeting like lifetime friends in college.
Yeah, I agree with that. For sure.
We all going through the same thing, and that's when I start realizing, like, nah, this, the conversation's not really relatable no more. Y'all into some whole other stuff,
I ain't really in.
Then the females you might be dealing with, not, it just don't mix, bro.
Yeah.
It just stopped mixing. And I'm like, nah, I'm just stick with what's going on right now and what make the most sense. You know what I'm saying? Can't take steps back.
Facts. So what would you say to people that like are trying to maintain and withhold those same relationships that might not be useful for them, like in the long run?
Yeah, like you just meet people where they at. You know what I'm saying? You can't make nobody. I learned that you can't make people into what you see in them or like what you want them to be.
Realize.
So you just meet people where they at, love them. You still love them. I still love the bros. Right. You know what I'm saying? But you just gotta know, like we can love each other, have love for each other. We see each other, we kick it. But it's that cutoff point, bro. But
you gotta know.
It's just you got knowing what you want. It comes to just knowing what you want, and if what you want isn't worth you losing, because you want to keep different relationships, then you probably don't want it that bad.
Right. And I don't think a lot of people realize that part of it though.
Yeah.
Like they want to keep it around, but they don't realize that you gotta, like we said before, you gotta let those certain stuff go. You gotta make them certain sacrifices when you're trying to get to whatever levels, or if you're not willing to, then you just not gonna get there.
You're not.
And so that's fact.
That's a struggle part though, because it's a lot of people that want to do good, but it's just the people they attach to they won't let go of what they know. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go into what you don't know, and if you know it's what you want to do, you just gotta go into it blind. Like we all started into some. You ain't know how to dribble. Man. You had to practice. You know what I'm saying? Like everything take practice, bro. Everything start at zero. Ain't nothing gonna happen overnight, and you gonna lose some stuff. You gonna lose and you gonna gain some stuff.
People get discouraged of that starting at zero though. I think I've dealt with that myself. Thinking
me
that
personally too, for sure.
I should, because I was more so. I ain't trying to like brag on, but I was kind of always good at stuff that I started.
Sure.
And so when I approached some to where I was like,
I don't know.
I ain't really, like, it ain't really, it kind of, it get discouraging. So I can understand, but you, like you said, you just got to go in blind and have that faith that you can get through on the other end, no matter what happened, who try to stop you or,
for real.
So
and I think a lot of people too, because I had the mindset of doing stuff at certain ages, bro, like putting the time on stuff. I think that's probably the worst thing you could do. Nah, like people put a time limit on like they goals. Like I think we all did, like
for sure.
Years ago, we all said by 24 I'm gonna be doing this, or
25 I'm
gonna be rich. You know what I'm saying?
You get up here, like, hey, let me go 30.
You feel me? So when I learned, like, you know, I learned to look at it like whenever I'm doing something, not like if, like when it happens. I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna just stay consistent until it happens. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I'm pretty sure this is the roadmap to do it.
I'm heading in that direction.
And if this ain't the roadmap, I'll figure out another path. But as long as I get to where I'm trying to get, that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So no matter how long it takes. So
that's a fact. Now I know we talked about just going into stuff blind. Did you kind of like just jump into business kind of blind like that?
I did.
So how was that? Like
I did.
Know, it's a lot of ups and downs. You deal with a lot of stuff.
It is. I learned. So just speaking with the water. So remember, I was coming out of athlete depression, bro. So I was just trying to think of stuff like that I would do. I always had like different ideas, like, but I'm like, nah, I ain't doing that. I'm playing ball, you know. But so I just jumped into the water. I came up with the water idea, bro. I was traveling back to Iowa, like I was on my way back home. Like from here, I was here after I had surgery, I stayed at the crib for like a month. And I just had stopped for a little while, and I'm like, damn, what am I about? Like literally, like, man, what am I about to do? Well, I'm about to start a water company. And just through football, I had a friend that was working for a water plant in Pasadena, and he was mentioning different ideas, like, bro, you should start this with water. Right. And I'm like, you know, I'm gonna try that. And I invested that, and just from football, bro, like being on Scally, I just took my refund, bro, and invested it, bro. With the help of my Dukes helped me out too. And I just kind of jumped into it, and you know, from the glasses standpoint, when I got to Australia,
shades.
That's, bro. So I wear a lot of frames. You know what I'm saying? Like before I started the company, bro, I wear a lot of frames. So when I got my first check, bro, I had got the product, the product joints. I got those, right? Broke them, bro. Ah, man. Broke them, bro. Broke them. And I was on the phone with Corian, bro. You know Corian? And he's just like, you know, bro, I'm finna start my own sunglasses. I'm finna get my own type stuff. And just jumped in it, bro. And I met, you know, just being over there, just utilizing resources. My dog Aiden, I met him while I was out there as well. He invested as well, and that's how it was able to start. You start just from, you know, just networking.
That's tough.
For sure. And it's something that I wear, you know, like, you know, like
something that you do.
It's something that, it's something that go along with me. Like I'm wearing 9 times 10, I got some shades or some glasses on. So it just made sense. You know what I'm saying? So
what like lessons have you learned dealing with business as well as like being an athlete too?
Man, that's crazy because I try to separate the two. So as far as with business, bro, I learned like patience. Like patience when it's risky. That's probably when you gotta take some risky.
You gotta take the risk sometimes.
You might win, you might lose.
That come with the game.
You know what I'm saying? And I'll say the first lesson I learned, bro, was I was using my own bread. Like I just using all my own personal bread and struggling in real life, like you know, just taking all the bread I make and just put it in business. I believed in it that much until I start meeting different people. Like, nah, like you gotta partner with you gotta network, you have to meet people, you have to, you know, present it to where people want to be a part of it, which will make it easier on me. So when I started networking and learning more about taxes and tax codes and things like that, it got better for me.
Right.
And as far as with football, just with them working hand in hand, bro, just being able to represent the brand while I play. So like when I got to Australia, like I had my logo put on my jersey.
That's tough.
And a lot of people wasn't, you know what I'm saying?
Level.
Like,
I ain't go cap.
A lot of people, was asking me like, bro, how you get your, like, this is what represent me. You know what I'm saying? If playing football, we got helmets on.
Yeah, you can't see the face.
And I'm overseas, so American football is like a small market.
Right.
So like, if they don't know me, at least they'll know this logo when they see it. You know what I'm saying?
You eyeball out.
And I had met this guy named Lovey over there who press shirts, press hats and stuff. And he started while we met, and he was playing ball too though. This was his like hobby outside of football. And he pressed me up some hats, bro, and I was able to get 90% share of my jersey sales. And I created my own website while I was over there, and kind of just that's what kept me occupied, like running my business and marketing my jerseys and stuff at the at the games and wearing my hats and all my pictures. That's when I learned like you a brand, like whatever you doing, like represent your brand. You know what I'm saying? So
that's huge. That 90% share. You don't hear that too often in business.
Sure.
But I think you spoke on something that's key, and that's just being around the right people. Yeah. Like having like-minded individuals around you can help you in ways that you might not even know, bro. And even just sitting in the room quiet, you can learn so much. Like it's been times where I've been and just in the room and like just hear they conversations about basic stuff. I'm like, oh, that's how you react to that. That's how you just from listening, bro. Just listening. They always say if you the smartest in the room, you don't need to be in that room.
Yeah, for real.
And I learned that like quick.
For real.
And it's like when you start getting around other conversations and you hear like they talking about this, we over here talking about this, they talking about business and stuff like that, and you trying to learn that, and you gotta leave and go.
You gotta leave that, bro. And and that's crazy you say, because it get to a point where you'll be amongst people where you probably may be the smartest one in the room, and you leave drained as hell. Like, damn, I've been talking my
drained up.
So it's always good to be around people. If not doing better than you, but at least on that path of like where this, I know this, we both can do the same thing. Right. And that's kind of where I'm at now. Like Otis, he do media. Cody, he can help wherever. Cody, you know what I'm saying?
Swiss Army knife, huh?
you know what I'm saying? And Ronnie doing media now. So just placing, you place friends where they at, and just utilize. If y'all can help each other, they come up together. That's the beautiful picture. But the best thing is just be around people that's focused on something at least, for sure.
So between the professional football and the business, where you see that stuff going for you in the long run? So,
bro, for football, like it's like something I've been doing for the for the long haul. So it's like I'm grateful that I've been playing it and everything, and I'm still playing. I'm talking like I'm done. But like it's like with football, bro. Like everything I wanted from it, I got that. My goal is just to play pro. So like if God, like nah, bro, you did it. I'm did it though. I'd be perfectly fine if God was to strip everything today, bro, because he did more. He put me in position to be okay. You feel me? So. Like right now, like football that's still the main goal, but I know how to maneuver through that. I know how to approach it, and the goal for football is just to help the little bros like that's coming up now in college, teaching them how to brand themselves, teaching them like how to control themselves on social media. That's probably what ruined that messed up a lot of guys' opportunities, bro. Like and like even with NIL, bro, you see a lot of guys wanting to do NIL, bro, but they don't know how to brand themselves. You can't be representing the brand and you smoking tree on your, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just certain stuff, or disrespecting women on yourself. Like we all do what we do, but you can't do it with your nose out. You know what I'm saying? So just helping guys learn more about how to use football. You know what I'm saying? To to brand themselves, you know. And as far as business, bro, like I see, like, right now, like, my glasses, bro, like, that's
all right. When I seen you drop the shades, I said, yeah, bro, I'm gonna make a purchase. I love the black shades.
Sure, bro. I actually got something for you. And I learned that too. Like, if you can't help something get bigger, put somebody else in position to help it grow, and you know, you'll get yours down the line. But it ain't no sense of it just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? And every play ain't gonna be about money.
Right. Yeah. That's,
you know, some stuff's just opportunities, you know?
Connections, and networking, and it's, you know, it's all about that.
For real.
So I know you spoke about you know, making sure the young bros, you know, and stuff, right? Where do you see the, you know, just athletics for the younger generations and stuff now?
Man, bro, it's better than, like, it's better than ever now. Like, you can start, like, it's high schoolers, bro, taking care of full household just right now, like, just playing good ball. But there's also a lot of high schoolers that's doing that right now, but messing themselves up for, you know, when opportunities present themselves down the line. But you know, everybody done did something. Right. You know, everybody got passed, you know what I'm saying? But absolutely. I see it going up though, bro. I see it going up for sure. I see it being more flashy, more fun. And guys being more marketable now because they able to kind of, you know, do more for themselves, be more fly, wear chains on the field, you know, do the Shador and all that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I see it. It's cool, bro. It's always good when you can get rewarded for what you do, especially what you would do for free too. Right. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Yeah, I see it being better, bro.
And even with that though, you know, you talk about like just kicking game to them and teaching them and stuff. I remember seeing you do the scholarship. To Bridgeport students and stuff. So what was your process going into doing that? Was just like to give back and stuff?
It was something I always, so last year I wanted to do it, but I wasn't like in position as far as business wise in football. I wasn't all the way, it was just something that was on my heart I wanted to do, but the school year was over, so I had a lot of time to like plan it out. And that's something my mom always mentioned to me too, like you should do this, and so yeah, it was something I just did genuinely from the heart, bro. Like it was something I wanted to do. I went there. I know if I didn't play ball, I probably wouldn't have had it to go to school. You feel me? Or I probably would have had it to go to school, but I ain't have $500 for books.
You know, it's always.
You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't have it for the books. So like, you know, just being able to help just a little bit, I think that was what I wanted to do. Like probably can't pay for your tuition, but if I can help you just a little bit, you know, that little bit might be what help us produce the next doctor or a lawyer or something like that. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
That's fact. That's fact. Yeah. So, man, shit, just in closing, man, one, I want to appreciate you.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate you for having me on here, too. I've been tapped in, man. You feel me?
I appreciate it. I appreciate it for sure, man. Tell people where they can get your merch and stuff at, man.
Oh, yeah, man. Radiator Eyewear on Instagram. RadiatorEyewear.com. On the goh2o.com. You can follow me at J56J on IG as well.
Sure. Yeah. And I appreciate this for sure, man, because
I appreciate it too.
You always been one of the guys that I did watch and watch what you did and just from being with you in high school to watching your journey going on. There. I seen pretty much all of that portion of it, and so I want to commend you and congratulate you on what you do, bro, because a lot of times black men don't get that. They don't. You know, so I want to say if it means anything, I'm proud of what you're doing.
That mean a lot, bro. So for sure. Appreciate
keep going, keep doing what you're doing, because you making a difference.
For sure. Same to you, bro. Keep doing what you're doing as well, bro. Like using your voice. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
If you can help one person, like,
hey.
You did your job, bro. You know, all it takes is one person. If you can help one person, bro, like all the extras don't even matter, bro. But keep building your community. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. Yeah, man. But this has been another episode of Radiant Thoughts. Y'all catch this on all platforms. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you thought about the episode. You know what I'm saying? Follow my mans on all his platforms. Do all that good stuff. So. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. This has been another episode, and we out, baby.
Peace.